Hey guys, it's Brad. Welcome to near Siena. We're in Monte Chiarino. I pronounce that good enough. And this is an agriturismo. It's not functioning right now. The owner's gotten a little too old to keep things going, but it's a big property. It's about 1,000 square meters. That's about 10,000 square feet of space. And there's rooms and there's apartments. There's a main house. There's tons of storage. There's 13 hectares of land. We're 20 minutes from Siena, 15 if Paolo Capitani's driving. And there's grapes here, about 3 hectares. Right now the grapes are just being sold off because they're not making wine here anymore, but they did. And there's all the winemaking equipment. They raise cattle, that was their main business. There's all the equipment that you need to cut and make meat. There's a little restaurant, it's right back in this building here. It was mainly for private dinners. It wasn't like a restaurant that was open every day. They did events here, agriturismo. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's over 1,000 olive trees. The place needs to be brought back to life. 13 hectares of land within a stone's throw, and the view of Siena from here is amazing. It's a full-on view. You can see the whole city. We're at the top of a hill, so we have the prominent position for this whole area. There's well with water, all sorts of stuff. I think you're going to find this neat. I know most of you aren't looking for a place like this, but they're interesting to see, and it gives you a good basis to know what you can get for what amount of money in what area. And I think it's interesting. And let's face it, it's fun to dream. I know a lot of us are just dreamers, so there's nothing wrong with that. For now, if you have to dream, this would be one hell of a dream to dream. Anyway, let's get on the tour because we got a lot of stuff to see, all right? All right, guys, now let's go in this building. So this one would need some work, although someone is living in this apartment right now. They'd be your tenant, or you got to kick them to the curb. The ceilings are amazing. But not especially big. Probably from the 1800s, obviously not these cabinets, but the building itself. You'll see when we get into the other parts how old it is. And then let's go upstairs here. So there's 2 bedrooms in this one. One smaller. There's Brad. This one. We had to be a bit quicker here, guys. This is almost 900 meters of space in this place. So there's a lot to see. Bathroom. Better view of the entryway and kitchen. That's back over to the main house again. Bread oven, pizza oven. This one you'll get a really good feel. Nice little deck. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You'll get a really good feel of the age. Like stepping back in time. Whoop, here comes the slam. Look at that fireplace. So this is a kitchen. Big bedroom. This needs an upgrade. Needless to say, but I'll say it. Bathroom. Ridiculous tub. I never understood what they were doing with that. You rip that out and put in a shower. The weather changed today. It's been super hot. Now it's just hot. But a nice breeze came up. Another bedroom. And voila, you're in Tuscany. So Siena is just off over here. You already saw it probably in the opening shot of the video. This land is all included. 13 hectares is about 28 acres. And you're only about 20 minutes from Siena. You could turn this into an accommodation, live in the main house, make these some nice little apartments with some work. This is where they used to do some meat processing down in here. This will be a very quick look. That's a commercial freezer. If you're vegan, close your ears. This is where they did some chopping and dismantling of animals. This is where they did wine. So there's 7 acres of cultivated grapes. Right now they just sell the grapes. They're not making wine. They haven't made wine. The last cask in here are marked 2022. And then let me take you over here real quick. Classic style. Underneath, a lot of storage, work rooms, keep your animals. There's Siena. There's over 1,000 olive trees on the property. We can go around the outside of the house real quick. All right, so that's the house we were just in, all the little apartments, I mean. We'll get over here. This was some of their commercial stuff, so people would come out and buy meat here. They had a little restaurant. They would do meals, seats 30 people. There's commercial equipment in there. Everything you see is included. And this was the main residence. Needs work, needs upkeep. You know, it just needs to be stripped down, cleaned up. I wouldn't necessarily change any of this stuff. I would just update it. It's a beautiful breeze. When we get to that building over there, I'll have to show you the view, because the view goes all the way around. We're at the top of the hill. So. Italian kitchens. So this would be like a living room. I mean, obviously it was set up as a dining room. Then you have 3 bedrooms and 2 baths down here. What's the value of this property? 1,000 olive trees, 13 hectares, about 28, 29 US acres, 20 minutes to Siena. Wow. The 60s must have been a crazy time here for bathroom and kitchen design. 60s, 70s, early 70s. What do you guys think? Answer in comments. It'll be interesting to see what you guys think, but I bet you it's late 60s, early 70s. The woman I was just talking to, who's the daughter of the owner, lived here as a child until she was in her teens. She's younger than me, but not by too much. So that's it. That's the upstairs here. Let's go see that other outbuilding. Okay, guys, so this was all part of the Agriturismo part of the business they were running. And this is where people would come to get this guy's meat because he was famous for meat. And he's a much older gentleman now. He's no longer able to work like that. Everything's included. Does that mean you keep it? Not necessarily. You could sell it off. Looks like another big walk-in. Cutting tables. What do we got? What do we got? Just water and storage. But in very good shape. And there's windows, so you could make this into lodging if you wanted to. You could turn this place probably into at least 5 apartments. This was the olive oil. They have 1,000 olive trees. Depending on how they're producing, that could be 1,000 liters, it could be 2,000 liters. Just depends. We got 17 liters year before this out of 4 trees because one tree looked like it had grape clusters on it. It had so many olives. Hey, it's Brad. This was their restaurant. It seats up to 30 people. There's a wood smoky smell in here that is so good. I think this is their wine. That's definitely their cows. Good times. There's people back when they would host. Pay close attention to that photo. You see the fireplace, and that's it. Back in the day. Doesn't look too old. Looks like maybe 2022 was the last year maybe that they were doing stuff. So I mentioned that everything's included. This actually has some very nice commercial equipment. Big upright, ovens, stoves, more fridges down below. Everything commercial grade. Look at this. Fire suppression. I could use the coffee. I showed a rent-to-own Agriturismo. Supposedly it's already gone on my rent-to-own website. It went supposedly in a day or two. And it was about half the price of this, but it was all the way down out in the country in Naples. It wasn't 20 minutes from Siena. Big storage room. Could do a lot with this. Now, I haven't been out here yet, but apparently there's a big terrazza. With a nice view. Look, guys. Olives are coming in. I don't know what could make this view any better. Well, of course, Paolo Capitani could. Hey, buddy.
Ciao.
That's a big property.
Yeah.
How many feet did you say? How many square meters? 900? 1,000 square meters, all in with
about 1,000.
10,000 square feet, more or less. 13 hectares.
Yeah.
Asking price.
Asking price 1.5 million euro.
13 acres, hectares. That's 130,000. ¿Cuántos metros cuadrados en un hectárea? ¿Mila o 10.000?
10.000.
10.000. So that's 130,000 square meters of land. Wow. 1,000,000 square feet.
1,000,000 square feet.
1,000,000 square feet. Yeah, so that's like 27, 28 U.S. acres.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Olive.
Yeah, I was telling them already there's 1,000 olive trees, more or less. I didn't run around and count them. There's 3 acres of cultivated grapes. The grapes are being sold. So I was telling everybody, what could you do with this? Well, you could certainly reconfigure it and put in some lodging, especially if you didn't want to live here. Then you could have a master house. You can put in a swimming pool, no problem, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And have a really nice agriturismo 20 minutes from Siena. I think it's interesting to see. Very few people are looking for $1.5 million project, but it is interesting to see. And when you see this versus, say, an apartment in Montepulciano, like if mine goes on sale next year, the price isn't going to be too different. It ain't going to be half. I can tell you that. That's what I paid 5 years ago, just for an apartment. So imagine getting all this land, all this stuff. It's pretty amazing. If you have questions on this, Paolo's the guy. I always say, if you need something in central Tuscany, from Florence to Siena, from Grosseto to Pisa?
Pisa.
Ah, okay. The coastline.
The coastline.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If he doesn't have it, he can find it for you. Great guy to work with. Everyone's been 100% happy. So thank you, sir, for showing us this today. It takes a full day for me and Paolo to go and film even 2 properties, especially one like this, where we've been here for almost 2 hours learning the property and then starting to film and retakes and stuff. So thank you so much. It was nice that it was cooler today, though, right? The vento is perfecto. And the wind's perfect today. Yeah, very nice. Okay, you get to say ciao first this time.
Ciao.
We'll see you guys soon on Brad's World. Enjoy the view. I'll leave you about 10 more seconds of view.